All right, guys, so I guess we're gonna start working on these brakes and try to get this sorted out and see what's even happening, what's even going on in here. They're hanging just a little bit. So to just recap, the e-brake was on whenever we got this thing for like 10 years. We took it off. We had to hook like it was just, wouldn't roll at all, right? We hooked the trailer with a strap to it and just nudged it forward, pulled it forward, and they broke loose right away. But something's still dragging a little bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a look and see what's going on back here with these brakes. Okay, so let's pull the back wheel off. I'm just gonna show you here real quick the state of this car. I mean, or the lack of rust, you should say. Even the spring's not very rusty. You can find like a, I don't know, I've seen E46 is way worse than this is. Where the mounts are at, all that stuff underneath is pretty much perfect. The exhaust isn't any that rusty. Isn't that bad at all? Now look at the CV axles in this thing. Look at the state of the boots. And that's not a CV axle, that's actually just a U-joint. I did see these online. If the CV axles are good, we could just replace the boots only. They're only about 20 bucks for the OEM ones, for two of them, one for each side. They're petrified to the highest extent. And I don't feel any play in it, but who freaking knows? Now I wonder, this brake I could actually turn. I wonder if this is even stuck, or if just that CV axle, the boot being missing and that joint being dry is going to make it hard to turn. You know, there's all kinds of questions. But as far as restorability of this hug, I mean, it looks pretty. It's about as good as it gets, boys. It really, truly is. You know, not even, like places like this, that was going to rust first, and it's just pretty much mint. Interesting. I don't know if I get this crusty old thing off or not. I have to look up. Just got a king nut with a pin in it. I think that's for pulling the, yeah. Let me get extra, let me set you guys down here for a minute. Let me find something to put this damn camera on. Let's just see here. No way. It's kind of nasty in there. But it's not that's not bad. This pad here is pretty much shot. Getting there, so it needs brakes. Gotta get a game plan how far we're gonna go with this damn thing. Here's the situation. Here's what we're looking at. Let me flip you up, put you on top of the car here. We're gonna have a little bit of talk about this car. Need the lift to do this. The lift's a little less than $2,000. The guys, that's what that ding was. The guy's writing back. Was it 1030? Okay, so we're getting another car. It's gonna cost quite a bit. It's gonna temporarily mess up my cash flow. So we gotta prioritize what to do here. To do this car full restoration, we gotta have a lift, period. Just by looking at everything on it, I think probably if I put about $4 grand in this thing, I can make it pretty good. Really good. Really, really good. That'll get us all new factory upholstery for all the seats. That'll get us all new factory, OEM, new old stock carpets. That'll get us all the rubbers for all the windows, That'll get us all the paint, like legit paint, not like nonsense paint. Chroma base, chroma clear, everything to mix it with. That's about $500 to $600 for that, for a gallon of each. I just cannot see painting this thing a different color because there's so much under this hood and all these factory stickers. If I go messing with that, it's gonna be an issue. After further inspection, the leak was coming from the radiator cap. Somebody didn't have it on there all the way. That was the only problem. In the back, it was just rainwater. There was no oil leak anywhere. That evaporated off the cardboard boxes right away. We're gonna need stuff like this. See, that's all dry rotted. All the lights work. I tried all the lights on it. All the blinkers work. I figured you have to at least take the bulbs out and roll the bulbs. The headlights work fine. I could still buy a new old stock of all these lenses. Like, those are good shape, but if you're gonna repaint it and make it pristine, you want new, vibrant lenses, right? I could still get all the trim, which all the trim's good. You might, hopefully don't ruin any taking it off. We just basically have to sit here with a grinder and grind a bunch of this paint down. We have to get pretty much all the paint off. Depends on what level we want to go here. Pretty much all the paint off of it to kill all the rust. So that means all the glass got to come out. That's not a very big project on this car. It's like super easy. We'll scrape all the seals out, anything that's glued on the trunk. There's nothing really on the hood, just this one up here that just pops off. That's easy enough. Everything else works. I don't know. You guys got to tell me the direction to go with this. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and answer this phone call. We'll just wipe this stuff off real good. We'll take it outside and spray it off, the drum. We'll check the other side, do all that, and I think we're probably ready for a test drive pretty soon. Okay, so we got, hold on a second here. What the hell's even going on? We got the brakes freed up, and all it was, let me put the hubcap back on. It has these weird two-piece hubcaps. So you can see here, it's got like a center than the other piece. Look how nasty that is. But none of that is any kind of hole rust at all. This is the worst part right here. Nothing's even close to being through. And this side was even better than the other side. It looks like if I want to take the subframe out of this thing, I could just take it right out without having any bolts break off or any issue whatsoever. Might be an option. Anyhow, the rear brakes. There was nothing actually wrong with them. It was just like the brake dust, like the other side, was kind of like moisture, kind of like wet. Not really wet, but it was making it real sticky. So I just took this one off also, cleaned everything out, wiped it all out, and now it turns fine. So, I don't know. That was easy. That was super easy, actually. So the new car, we have, the guy called me right when the bank was closed. I need to get some more money out to perform this operation. And I ran up there and they were closed. So we have it set up for Friday to pick the new car up. Like I said, it's a very expensive one. But it's gonna be a good one. Can't tell you what it is yet, it's a surprise. Okay, so for tonight, wanted to get more done this today, but I got run behind doing other stuff. I'm gonna stop this video here. We'll be back in 1 second. It'll be tomorrow, and we're gonna take this thing off the rollers. We're gonna back it out and at least take it for a drive around the building and kind of see what's what, make sure the clutch functions right. Just kind of see what's even going on. Obviously, with things like that and some old 13-inch tires, won't be going very fast at all with it, but we still just need to see the functionality of it. Okay, so it's the next day, just like I promised. See, it's daylight outside. We're going to take this hog for a drive. Need to pop the hubcap back on it, pick any tools up that are laying around here. I need to screw the battery holder back in, and I'm gonna put some fresh fuel in it real quick. So let's get it off the dollies. We're gonna put fuel in it outside because we're inside. We don't want that to have any kind of spillage and stank the whole place out. So let's go ahead and get her done. All right, let's just gonna start. It's pretty cold, it's about 35 degrees. Get rid of the choke. A couple of those. Come on, baby. Might have to spray it. I don't want to wear that battery now. We're going to give her just a little bit of spray. It definitely seems like it'll go. We keep messing with it. Just the way that fuel pump's set up, it's such a long travel for it to prime. All right, wasn't too easy to start. Had to use a little starting fluid. It's running rich, it chokes on. Need to get some different fuel in it like right now. So, like it's running okay, chokes halfway on now. Put the breather back on it. We might still have some front brake caliper issues. Seem like the front's dragging a little bit. But my plan today is drive around here just a little bit and see if all the brakes kind of free up. If not, that's fine, we'll deal with them then. Not taking it on the highway, just like down my driveway and back and around the shop here. Gonna have to get a new radiator cap for this thing pretty quick. It's dripping. And we took it off, it's just like too old, right? It smells like a chainsaw running. We did put the fresh fuel in it. Let me close this. Just set this down. Like that. Floor mat's getting all bunched up. The choke's still on a little bit. We got a funky shift pattern reverses. Well, I guess like the older German stuff, really. It feels like third. That was third, that's why. So we got the choke on just a smidge. I had to give her a little RPM getting out of the shop. It kept wanting to spin. Like everything seems like it's functioning well. Cautious of the brakes, cautious of everything. It's got some low ass gears. Trying a one-hander here. I'm not really sure. I don't want to drive out my driveway because there's nowhere to turn around except on the highway. Oh. Pull your brake up. Got almost a full tank of fuel now. That old gas is just nasty. There's just a little bit in it, between half and a quarter. Interesting. Not sure what's going on with this. Could go pulling around and stuff. All right, tire's going low a little bit. Overall, pretty successful. That radiator cap's got to be replaced. I'm gonna go and just order that. Trying to see if anything else. That's a little bit of oil leak or a little bit of coolant. Looks like a little bit of coolant. Maybe. Oh, got a fuel leak coming out of the carburetor. You can see there. And that was a Weber that's already on it. It's like a factory Weber 1 barrel. You can see it says Weber on the side of it. Very interesting little car. You know, like I figured, we're gonna need some money to make it actual drivable. But it's not like we're gonna be driving this 10 hours away or anything either. It's gotta figure out the direction to go towards it. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing cool off, wipe a little bit of antifreeze off of it while it's outside.